Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Yeah, sorry if I'm getting a little slow talking. I'm not feeling too good right now. But yeah, today we have a really cool figure for you. It is the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man Homecoming Stark Suit Spider-Man from the movie Vulture Tech Build-A-Figure Wave. Yeah. So Vulture flight gear, technically, Build-A-Figure Wave. But yeah, really cool figure. Very happy to have it. Picked this entire wave up at once from Walmart for about 20 bucks each. Cost me about $140. Luckily, I had just been paid the day before, and I had a very good, not only week, but month business-wise. Great. I work in the funeral industry, and a lot of fucking people died that month, so so I was rolling in it. But yeah, here's our Spider-Man. We're gonna do something a little odd, show accessories first. Normally it's the third thing I show, but we're gonna do it first because of these little web wings. They're kind of a classic look for Spider-Man. It comes with these, you know, little webbing things that plug in under his arms. So you can display him with them like that if you want. I will not, because I'm afraid to lose him, and, you know, it'll save more space if his arms are down. But, yeah, that's what they look like. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Kind of like the ones that came with the Spider-Woman figure, you know, the one from the Thanos wave. Remember that Thanos wave, Marvel? Modern Thanos figure. Very cool. So, those are the first two accessories. Next up, we have interchangeable hands, this fist and web shooting hand. So you have a web shooting hand and a fist hand for both the right and the left. So you can have two web shooting, two fists, or one of each on either hand. So that's pretty cool. In addition to the head you already got a glimpse of, his final accessory is this interchangeable head. Yeah, where the eyes are really just tighter, like he's squinting or something, because he has these adjustable lenses on here so that you can get more expressions out of him in the film, which is very comic accurate, and I'm very happy about that detail. When I saw them move like that, the first glimpse of that we got was in the Civil War trailer, because he appeared like this in Civil War also. It was very, very cool. I actually really wanted the Civil War Spider-Man figure from the 3-pack, but it was super not worth the money because I knew they'd come out with this guy, and he has more accessories, and I already had that Cap and Iron Man sculpt. They were just battle damaged. So yeah, that 3-pack was a super waste of money if you get single-carded figures. Especially if you bought that Cap before, because they've used that sculpt like multiple times. But anyways, yeah, you know, that's just a look at this head, really. And lastly, there's of course the Vulture flight gear Build-A-Figure piece. For the inner part of one of the wings. Very neat. I really can't wait to get this thing together. And yeah, if you want to see the Vulture review, be sure to subscribe. I will be reviewing the Vulture and the Build-A-Figure wings all in one review. So be sure to subscribe, because it'll be up once the rest of the wave is completed. Now we are going to take a closer look at the Spider-Man, who really is an amazing figure. And that's not a wordplay either. He's very awesome. He's got all this blue line where you can see all the webbing is sculpted in and painted blue inside of it. He's got his little spider symbol, his big spider symbol, detail and paint all in the joints. I mean, he looks incredible. Love those big eyes on this head sculpt. You know, the more compact web shooters. I mean, he looks fantastic. Mine has a splotch of black here on the leg that I didn't notice when I bought him, but it's really not too bad. But I mean, just look at those boots and everything. He's a really good looking figure. If you want just a really solid, good looking Spider-Man, this is a good one to get. Also, he's technically the Spider-Man for the MCU, even though Spider-Man's still owned by Sony. The way that's working is Marvel is allowed to use Spider-Man in their other Marvel movies, and then Sony is allowed to use characters like Tony Stark Iron Man, who's in Spider-Man Homecoming, in their Spider-Man movies. And they have a Spider-Man universe that they're trying to get going. We've already cast Tom Hardy in Venom, and you know, they're going to have Silver Sable Black Cat movie, which will be pretty cool, actually. I've been wanting a Black Cat movie. to be completely honest with you. But, yeah, just really great looking figure. And articulation wise, we got a lot of head movement up and down, side to side, bit of a wobble, but not much. Up and down on the arms quite a bit, forward and back. You have this in and out shoulder joint we always get on Spider-Man figures. Well, not always, but lots of the time. We got biceps, we got double elbow bend, wrist swivel, also forward and back on the wrists. You have a really good ab crunch forward and back, painted and detailed all the way up. You have a waist swivel, in and out on the legs, forward and back on the legs. You have a thigh swivel, double, as in knee bend. And there's nothing on the boot, just because they really couldn't hide it, I guess, but we don't really need boot swivel on this guy, I guess. It's one of the less necessary joints, but one I've always liked having. But, yeah, I normally don't end up using boot swivels, but, you know. So, sacrifice the boot swivel, but you get these arm joints that are extra that we normally don't get on regular figures, so that's fine. Up and down on the foot and an ankle pivot with peg holes, and that's pretty cool. So let's move on to some friggin' size comparisons. First up for this review's size comparisons, we're gonna have another movie figure here on the left, and they exist in the same universe. Ant-Man from the Age of Ultron Build-A-Figure wave, which was really the Ant-Man wave, though. And here on the right, from the Iron Man 3 line, that kind of bridge the gap between Return of Marvel Legends and the Infinite series, we have the comic series Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn, who is relevant to this review because Norman Osborn's also the Green Friggin' Goblin. Here's just some other figures with spider powers. First up on the left, the Sheila that was bitten by the same exact spider, Cindy Moon aka Silk. Very cool figure. And here on the right, the Walmart exclusive Ultimate Spider-Man from the Ultimate Spider-Man Ultimate Vulture 2-pack, just to show him with another young Spider-Man figure. So he is a little bigger than this Spider-Man, which is totally fine. I think it works out. But yeah, I just wanted you to see how that worked, since he is heavily based on Ultimate Spider-Man. And we're going to keep the Hasbro Marvel figure train running. Normally I only showed a couple for a fellow Hasbro Marvel Legend review, but I wanted to get a bunch in on this guy. Here on the left we have the Eel, someone Spider-Man has fought before, not the specific Spider-Man, but still. And he has the Bucky Cap sculpt, which is used a lot. Very standard sculpt, standard sized figure, so that's how he looks, just a standard scaled figure. And then here on the right we have Old Man Logan Wolverine. Yeah, very cool. So just to show him with something a bit less spider related, since everything else I showed him with, and the remaining figures I'm going to show him with, had some kind of connection to him. Just something that's kind of out there. And the last size comparison I'd like to do with this guy are some Spider-Men from other toy manufacturers. Here on the left we have a comic book figure. It is the Disney Store exclusive Marvel Select Superior Spider-Man from Diamond Select. Big guy. And then here on the right from Toy Biz, we have another movie Spider-Man, but not in continuity, of course. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie Battle Ravaged Spider-Man figure. Yeah, so Toy Biz did a good job on that one too. But yeah, so that's him with other manufacturers' Spider-Man. So what are my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Stark Tech suit figure from the Vulture's Flight Gear Build-A-Figure wave? This is pretty cool. There are 3 different Spider-Men in this wave. This one, another movie Spider-Man in his homemade suit, and the Cosmic Spider-Man. And out of the 3 figures, this one is probably the best figure. Yeah. Got about the same amount of articulation as the other 2, but has the most accessories, most unique detail and paint. I mean, his homemade suit, very unique, new detail. But the paint's not near as good as it is on this guy. And the paint on the Cosmic Spider-Man's great, but we've seen that sculpt before. He just has 3 head sculpts, and that's all his accessories are. It's just interchangeable heads to make him maskless or Captain Universe. So yeah, this is probably the best Spider-Man from the wave, but I'll leave it up to you guys. You know, of course, at the end of the day, we all have our own tastes and etc. So if you liked the movie or anything like that, pick this guy up. He's very, very cool. He'll be in my collection for quite a long time. Honestly, don't waste your money on the 3-pack one. This one's got more accessories and stuff, and it's just better. And it comes with a Vulture part. And if you just want the Spider-Man and don't want to have to get the Iron Man or Cap, I mean, this is easily the best way to go. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.